Rainard, a small, frightened fox cub, wanders alone through the dense jungle, lost and vulnerable. He calls out for his family, but only the echoes of the jungle respond, amplifying his solitude. He cautiously approaches a stream, his thirst driving him to drink, but his fear keeps his eyes wide and alert. Bathed in sunlight, Mowgli, Baloo, and Bagheera gather in a jungle clearing, an unlikely trio bound by an unusual friendship. Baloo sways, his voice booming with the simple wisdom of the bare necessities. Hidden in the dense foliage, Reynard observes, with narrowed eyes, his suspicion growing with each passing moment. Reynard's thoughts darken as he mutters, "I don't understand their camaraderie." Under the moonlit canopy, Reynard, gaunt and desperate, creeps toward a small pile of fruit, his hunger a gnawing torment. Mowgli sleeps peacefully nearby, unaware of the drama unfolding, as Bagheera's eyes snap open, sensing danger. Bagheera confronts Reynard. "What do you think you're doing? You're starving, aren't you?" A surprising act of mercy. "Take it, eat. But listen to me, Reynard. Stealing is a dangerous game in the jungle." Bagheera warns. "There are rules, laws, that keep us all safe. Remember that." Amidst the crumbling walls and overgrown vines, Mowgli, Reynard, Baloo, and Bagheera cautiously tread through the ancient ruins. From the shadows, Shere Khan's hyenas emerge, their eyes glinting with malice. Reynard, with a burst of agility, leads the hyenas on a frantic chase through the ruins. As the sun sets in the jungle, Mowgli, Baloo, Bagheera, and Reynard gather, their forms silhouetted against the fiery sky. Reynard smiles, a rare, genuine expression of belonging lighting up his face. He has found his place, understanding the jungle's laws and the profound worth of true friendship. Sunlight paints the jungle floor as Finick emerges, small and alone. Finick approaches the muddy riverbank, eyeing a plump fish swimming close to the surface. He crouches low, ready to pounce, when a voice echoes, "Looking for lunch, little one?" Amidst the storm, Finick seeks refuge in the ancient temple, huddling close to Barnaby, a wise old bear. Barnaby's voice, a deep rumble, echoes through the temple, sharing jungle secrets and warnings. Finick and Barnaby are encircled by a menacing pack of hyenas, their eyes gleaming with predatory intent. Barnaby stands guard before Finick, his body coiled tight, prepared to defend against the approaching threat. The hyena matriarch's voice cuts through the tense air. "You don't belong here, Finick. Leave the jungle." Sunlight dapples the jungle floor as Mowgli dashes through the undergrowth, his laughter echoing through the trees. Baloo lumbers good-naturedly behind, his great bulk no match for Mowgli's youthful energy. Bagheera follows with silent grace, his sleek form a shadow among the sunlit leaves. From the shadows, Flicker watches with wide, curious eyes. Flicker struggles in the jungle, his small frame a testament to his inexperience. He whimpers, his hunger growing with each failed attempt. Mowgli, Baloo, and Bagheera appear, their presence a mix of curiosity and concern. Bagheera warns, "Be careful, Mowgli. Foxes are often cunning and untrustworthy." Mowgli approaches Flicker cautiously, his eyes filled with empathy. Bathed in the jungle's golden light, Mowgli shares ripe berries with Flicker. Baloo demonstrates the art of honey extraction, a sweet lesson under the watchful eyes of the jungle. Bagheera teaches Flicker the silent dance of the predator, a lesson in survival. "Thank you for helping me. I didn't think anyone would be so kind to a little fox like me," Flicker says. Mowgli responds, "Everyone deserves a friend." Finley, a young fox, cautiously steps into a sun-dappled clearing, his bright eyes alert. The jungle's symphony of bird calls and rustling leaves fills the air as Finley sniffs, wary of danger. His stomach rumbles, driving him to search for food. A juicy mango hangs temptingly from a low branch, catching Finley's attention. Finley reaches for a mango, unaware of the danger lurking nearby. A low growl shatters the jungle's peace as Shere Khan emerges, his eyes burning into Finley. Finley freezes, paralyzed by the tiger's menacing presence. Well, well. "What have we here?" "A tasty little morsel," Shere Khan says, his voice dripping with menace as he circles Finley. Finley trembles, knowing he's no match for the powerful tiger. Baloo suddenly bursts through the dense jungle, startling Shere Khan. Baloo steps protectively between the tiger and Finley. "Leave the little one alone, Shere Khan." Shere Khan's eyes narrow, his voice a low growl. "This is none of your concern, Baloo. Stand aside." Baloo stands firm, his voice resonating with resolve. "Not this time, Shere Khan. Finley is under my protection."
Under the sun, Jacob tills his field, unaware of the magic about to unfold. A goose, its feathers shimmering with an otherworldly light, appears. The goose lays a golden egg, its surface gleaming with impossible value. Eyes wide with disbelief, I carefully hide the egg, securing its secret. Years transformed Jacob's humble home into a lavish display of wealth, a stark contrast to his impoverished past. He strokes the goose, now confined to a gilded cage, a symbol of his prosperity and hidden secret. King Midas sits on his throne, his regal posture masking a growing greed. Whispers of Jacob's wealth and the goose that lays golden eggs ignite a spark of avarice in Regis' heart. Regis commands, "I want that goose. Bring it to me." Royal guards march Jacob along the road to the kingdom, his defiance burning bright. Jacob shouts, "This goose is mine! I found it! It's not yours to take!" The guards ignore Jacob, their faces stern and unyielding. Chaos erupts as the king's men try to seize the goose. Jacob fights back, shouting, "No! It's mine!" Amidst the struggle, the goose breaks free. The goose soars into the sky, leaving Jacob and the king's men empty-handed. Jacob stands in his barren field, gazing at the sky with profound regret. Regis sits on his throne, his face a mask of frustration and defeat. Both are left with nothing, the goose now just a distant memory. King Midas sits on his golden throne, a monument to his wealth, surrounded by treasures. He holds a jewel, his eyes gleaming with avarice. "If only everything I touch turned to gold," he laments, revealing his insatiable greed. Alara nods in agreement. King Midas and Queen Alara sit at a lavishly set table, a picture of royal opulence. Midas reaches for a grape, and it instantly turns to gold, his initial delight quickly fading. He stares at the golden grape, his expression changing as he realizes, "I can't eat gold." Alara attempts to reassure him, but her own unease is visible. Princess Aurelia, radiant with joy, races towards King Midas, a flower held aloft. Midas embraces his daughter, and in a horrifying instant, she becomes a lifeless, golden statue. "What have I done?" Midas cries out, cradling the unmoving, golden figure of his daughter, his heart shattered. Under the sun, the farmer and his wife work side by side on their humble farm, surrounded by the sounds of nature. Contentment fills the air as they care for their crops and animals, embracing the simplicity of their life. The magical hen pecks around, laying a golden egg, a symbol of their unexpected fortune. In the dim farmhouse, a simple wooden table becomes the stage for a life-altering discovery as the farmer and his wife huddle over their newfound treasure. Golden eggs gleam under the flickering candlelight, casting a spell of avarice over their weathered faces. Imagine, husband, if we had all the gold at once. We could be richer than the king. In the dim light of the farmhouse, the farmer and his wife loom over the hen, a knife held high. The hen clucks, sensing the impending doom as the wife's greed fuels the farmer's resolve. The farmer's hesitation is fleeting as the lure of wealth eclipses his conscience. He kills the hen. The farmer and his wife search through the hen's insides, their initial excitement replaced by crushing disappointment. They stare at each other, disbelief washing over them as they grasp the magnitude of their error. The farmhouse falls silent, broken only by their heavy breaths and the oppressive weight of regret. The farmer and his wife stand on their barren farm, the absence of the magical hen and its golden eggs, a stark reminder of their folly. The sun casts long shadows, mocking their desolate surroundings and amplifying their despair. They look at each other, a shared understanding of their greed's devastating consequences etched on their faces. In the heart of a sun-drenched farmyard, Jacob uncovers a golden egg beneath a goose. He stands, disbelief etched on his face as sunlight dances across the precious find. Rushing into his humble abode, Jacob eagerly presents the golden egg to Sarah. Their eyes meet, initial wonder swiftly morphing into avarice as visions of wealth consume them. In the heart of the royal court, King Bartholomew sits restlessly on his throne, encircled by courtiers. A messenger whispers of a farmer's goose that lays golden eggs, igniting covetousness in the king's eyes. King Bartholomew's command echoes through the court. Seize the goose. Driven by impatience, Jacob unveils his reckless plan. If we kill the goose, we can get all the gold inside at once. We'll be rich beyond our wildest dreams. Sarah, swayed by greed, hesitantly agrees to the unthinkable. They slaughter the goose, only to find it is just like any other goose, with no gold inside. They stare in dismay at the lifeless bird, realizing their folly. King Bartholomew, consumed by rage, paces relentlessly in the dungeon, his shadow stretching ominously across the floor. "One egg is not enough. I deserve all the gold now," King Bartholomew bellows, his fury directed at the calm goose. Driven by greed, King Bartholomew grabs a sword and slays the goose, hoping to find a treasure. The king collapses, his despair echoing through the empty dungeon as his greed leaves him with nothing.